Good evening, everyone. My name is Ejiro, and I am not a terrorist. I'm just joking. This is the very first AFLEC podcast for fall, and I have with me two amazing ladies to my left and right. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Sandra. Do I really need to go deeper than that?
Yes, please.
Okay, my name is Sandra, and I'm from Ghana. I'm currently in my second year studying Masters in Community and Regional Planning. Do you want more?
Let's hear from Wendy.
Hello everyone, my name is Wendy and I'm a master's student. My major is agricultural engineering. I'm also in my second year and currently the social chair for AFLEC.
I think I left something out.
Yes, you did. You did.
That was why I was asking, should I add more? Okay. So, I happen to be the president of AFLEC.
Go girl.
Okay, so I am from Nigeria and I happen to be in my first year pursuing my master's degree in creative writing. And yes, I happen to be the media executive for AFLEC community. So I'm wondering, I'm sure everybody's wondering, what is AFLEC community? Can you tell us about that, Sandra?
Okay, so when we say AFLEC, it stands for African Learning and Evolving Community. So AFLEC, it's all about African students in Iowa State University who wants to come together to learn, evolve, and then master ourselves over here. So we all are coming from different parts of Africa, and sometimes we as students realize the challenges we actually face when we come to a new environment like this.
True.
Because for some of us, it's the first time we're actually traveling out of our country. Even for me, for instance, because back home in Ghana, I didn't even move too much from my region. So this was actually a big move for me.
Wow.
And for students like us, there's just a whole lot of challenges that we face. So AFLEC was actually birthed in 2020.
Yay.
So the brain behind AFLEC is Dr. Inya, who happens to be the advisor for AFLEC. So it just started as a small meeting in his basement with just 5 graduate students.
Wow.
And initially, it was just like everyone is just coming there to distress, talk about how school is, how they are trying to adjust to the new environment. But then they saw that it should be a lot more. And it also got to a time that there were so many African students coming here, and they also saw that it should go beyond welcoming students, new students to ISU. And it should be more about we coming together, socializing, learning. And at the end of the day, it's not like you are passing through the school just like that. You also need to learn something. So this is basically what AFLEC is all about it. I believe I've been able to carry the important aspect of it.
Okay, so from what I'm hearing, AFLEC is a community for African students across Iowa to come and feel at home and also get important information about education and improving themselves.
You're right.
Okay, Wendy.
Yes, baby.
When did you learn about AFLEC?
Okay, actually I didn't hear about AFLEC until my last semester.
Second year? What were you doing?
Really?
What were you doing? People heard of AFLEC, even before they came to school and you heard of AFLEC,
It's kind of funny because I'm always being a social chair. I am an introvert, so I'm always inside. So books, church, classes, research. That's
Wait. Did you just say you're an introvert?
Yes.
Okay. let her carry on.
Okay.
So, I already knew people before coming to Iowa State University. So one day I connected with a friend who is in mechanical engineering. It's like, hey, have you heard about AFLEC? I was like, what is that? I don't know what that is. I was like, okay, this is what we do. We do this and that. I was like, yeah, that's a great community I would want to be part of. So he added me to the group, and here I am today.
Nice.
Yes.
Well, for me, I would say I learned about AFLEC through my friend Tito. Thank God for that girl, though. She's always dragging me around. If not, where would I have seen good Nigerian food to eat? Talk about Dr. Yunya's wife.
No, did you just come to AFLEC just for food? Just for
Apparently.
food?
You can't hate me
For
because of that.
food.
It was sweet. It was essential to feel the depth and the spirit of Africa in the food. So,
Okay, a quick question before you move on. I know Tito is a new student just like you.
Yeah.
So how did she hear of that?
I believe Tito was able to hear about AFLEC through a particular group of migration for Iowa students. So I'm sure they must have reached out to her from there because she was well informed about things going up in Iowa more than I was.
Interesting.
So I believe it was AFLEC community that actually picked her up from the airport.
That's great.
That was remarkable.
Yeah.
They really made her feel at home. I was jealous. Meanwhile, tell me, how's your experience been so far adjusting to Iowa State's president?
Where do I even start from? You know, one thing that actually didn't help me was the fact that I arrived to campus very late. Okay, not very late, but I came when classes had started. So I actually didn't get to do orientation. And I know when students report to campus very early, they get to do a lot of the registration stuff, social security, and all of that. So I had even missed the first day of class.
Whoa.
So whilst my mates were in class, I was just trying to... I hadn't even downloaded Outlook. Like, I had no idea what Okta, like, all of that was about. But meanwhile, it was serious. But meanwhile, I had so many Ghanaian friends on campus whom we've been talking about a whole lot of things on campus. Like, can you imagine when I got to campus, the very next day, I went to the school pantry for free food. Meanwhile, I hadn't even downloaded Okta and didn't even know how Outlook actually worked. So, but thankfully, there are resources, AFLEC. I joined their first meeting and they talked a lot about, getting adjusted to campus. And also when you have a lot of, not like friends, but people in your program. And one thing I like about people from Africa is they come through for you.
Yeah.
So if you are very
That's right.
fortunate enough to have like Africans on campus, and thankfully in my class there were like 5 other Ghanaians in my class.
Whoa.
So it's more like
Lucky.
Wakanda.
yes, it was more like I'm still at home. So they actually helped me, and then it took quite a while, like a month, for me to fully get adjusted to my new schedule, doing research work and part-timing, working at the student dining, and but I felt after the month I got to know how my schedule, my routine, the demands of every professor, and I zoomed into it, and here I am. I feel it's a good adventure, and I'm super excited for the next phase of the adventure.
Wendy, how has AFLEC influenced your adjustment in Iowa? There was a time I was with Wendy in a car and she was telling me a story that I actually wept because I felt so sad. I was broken. I was like, what the hell? She was telling me that when she came into the school, it was so difficult for her. She had actually she cried because she was not really feeling loved where she was staying with our fellow roommates. I'm not gonna be biased, but that was our experience, and I felt so broken about that. And I just felt like if she had more community, I wonder how that would have influenced her. So far, how has AFLEC influenced your settling in Iowa? I want to know about it.
Before she carries on, do you know, I really didn't see much of Wendy until 8th December. That was actually my birthday.
December?
Yeah, it was my birthday. The day I met you and invited you to my birthday party.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
And she was like, "Are you a Ghanaian?" And I hadn't met her before on campus. And it's a big community, but it's small. So why haven't I met Wendy? There have been series of occasions for Wendy to present herself, but I never.
So that was an experience I wanted to bury, never speak about it again because it brings bad memories. But then it was a good experience to have. So as I mentioned before, I joined AFLEC recently. But then I knew a few Ghanaian friends before coming, and they actually made my stay here very, very comforting, very easy. And I share the same sentiments with Sandra. I also came late. I think I came like 2 weeks late.
Ooh.
And the classes I were taking, they were mad difficult. I had to see the professors for extra classes because I'd missed the fundamentals of those courses, and it's very difficult to build upon the course if you don't get the fundamentals.
Basics.
Yeah. So, and as I said, my roommate wasn't helping. I don't want to mention her, but she wasn't helping. And I wasn't getting anyone to speak to. Although I'm an introvert, sometimes you need people around you to encourage you, because we are in a totally different environment. Things here are fast-paced. People do things individually. The individualism is very prominent here. So sometimes you need someone to tell you to be okay. Yeah. Someone to push you. Yeah, and unfortunately, I didn't have that. Okay, I actually did, but sometimes you feel like you're a burden. You don't want to burden people with your worries, because we all have stuff going on.
True.
Yeah, so that's how I felt. But joining AFLEC recently has been a great opportunity. Meeting people who care about you, who genuinely go out of their way to come through for you. So I'm excited to join AFLEC, and that's why I wanted to be an executive, to do what others have been doing for me, make someone feel loved, included in this environment, this stressful environment.
I'm glad to have you.
Okay, so far for me, I would say AFLEC has been a big influence, because I've been able to navigate my education life through the knowledge I get through our meetings. That have been very essential. I cannot even emphasize on the need for community, because being in a community, I get to be myself, like my authentic self. I get to speak in my typical language. Let me not show myself here, should I? But even like say, now, how the thing they go. It's just where you are home, and you get to be authentic self. I get to meet people who are just like me, who share the same experience with me. And it has been like heavenly, because I also get to meet my friends, get to meet new people, and there was this particular guy that I was
So you know what? When she said guy, I was like,
what's that face about? No. Wait, you put it to the left.
She came right now and she started like guy. There was this guy.
You put it to the left, take it to the right, to the right.
Continue.
So there was this particular person. I was very certain he was from South Africa. I was convinced in my spiritual body. Can you imagine me being more convinced that the person who I'm talking to, he was like, I am from Nigeria. I'm like, you are from South Africa, my guy.
But what made you say so?
His facial construction.
Okay, we will come back to that. We will come back to that, because sometimes somebody will see you like, you look Ghanaian, and I'm like, what did you see? Aside me speaking and you hearing their accent, I haven't spoken yet, and you say you look Ghanaian. Like, what did you see? Carry on.
So anyway, that person has become one of my good friends, and then also a lot of people, for authentic, beautiful ladies, and then also our leaders, people like Sartimi, and our producer like Kunle, people who have been before us so that we can be.
I like that.
Yeah. So it's been a wonderful experience being in the AFLEC community. Timmy! Oh my God!
Big shout outs!
Yeah, these people have made adjusting into the community very easy, and that is why I said, I'm very, very intro. I'm an introvert. You people will not believe me. I am an introvert. You will not believe me. When I tell you that I am an introvert, believe me.
Both of you said you are introvert. Yeah, so now, where do I even place myself?
You are an outgoing person.
Me, see you two. What did you see? Okay, I'll put myself in between introvert and extrovert. So an ambivert. Okay, I'll put it there.
Good with this. Oh my God. Good with this.
That's good. Sandra, I would love to know, what should we be expecting? What should the audience, not just myself, I mean the audience, people who are about to join AFLEC, people who are in AFLEC, what should we be expecting from AFLEC this particular season?
I would say back-to-back programs.
Be
Back-to-back.
Good.
See, you guys are going to get tired of us. Because, you know, one thing I used to hear, sometimes we look for opportunities to distress. Although we like the professional development aspect, but sometimes you're like, everyday talk. So AFLEC, for this fall season, expect back-to-back, everything some, whether educative, whether we are going to, eat, whether we are going to play, and the team behind this is actually very formidable. We are a new bunch of executives, but so far so good. I'm super impressed.
Yeah, you're doing a great job.
They used to say something like job day ground. Like they are actually working behind the scenes to put things all together for AFLEC. So I don't know if we should actually delve into the programs for the semester right now, but
Let's hear from Wendy Festival. Yeah. What should we expect from the social department?
We'll be cooking.
Hey!
We'll be cooking this semester for everyone. So we have the social team. We have a list of an outline of activities, fun activities planned out for this fall semester. And I think yesterday our president shared Google form saying if you're interested in the AFLEC games, which is upcoming.
Yay!
October 5th.
Yeah.
we have postponed it to October 12th.
Really?
Yeah, so that we could actually plan something
Okay.
for people.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for updating me on that. Yeah. So and we plan on having a potluck. Is it the end of
the semester?
end of the
End of
semester.
semester. Yeah.
Then we'll be having a paint and sip.
Yay!
A paint and sip. Yeah. You'll be painting wherever you want, then whilst doing that, you'll be communicating with other people, not only people you know. We have these newbies, they need friends, they need companionship.
True.
Yeah. So that's all I'm gonna give you. You're not getting more from me. Yeah. What is Kunle saying? Yeah, that's all you're getting now. So expect great things, expect cookable things, expect fun things.
Yeah.
You get me? Yeah.
And a little add up.
What?
During the summer, there was something that happened in AFLEC. I heard the men used to go and play football.
Yes.
And I was like, so what happens to the
the
ladies?
women?
What happens to us?
It's not racist. It's sexist. Yes.
So I was like, why are the men having all the fun? What happens to us? So a key note to actually highlight is this is an all gender inclusive games.
Yeah.
If it's football, everyone is playing. Volleyball, everyone is. If it's chess, whatever, everyone is like actually playing. Yeah, so that's also one important highlight of the games as well.
Well, for the media, as you can see, we are seated here. So I'm promising that we'll have more engagement via all our platforms, social media platform, where we'll interact with people, we'll post more, we'll give updates of our events, and not just make it look like we do not exist. We exist! We are here.
Of course.
We are here. And we are going to show forth and comfort. Is that the right English? The
So you know
What's that?
so when she said guy, I was like,
What's that face about? No.
I was like,
Wait. You are taking it to the left.
She came right now.
Classes that were taken, they were mad difficult. I had to see the professors for extra classes because I had missed the fundamentals.